me. By the power vested in me, by Detu, ruler of the seas, I stand before you to address thee. Pollywogs! You stand before the might of the Equator, a boundary you dare to cross without my blessing. For too long you have sailed the south of my domain, unaware of the deep and salty secrets that lie beyond. But today your ignorance ends.
Oh shit.
Today you will be initiated into the ancient order of the deep. You will be tested, cleansed. Deserve what it means to be a true sailor, Shelby, worthy to traverse my realm.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's go.
Oh, this thing.
Oh no. Shit. Okay, you're gonna. Okay. Ah. Oh, that's just rag. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what it is. Oh, that doesn't stink shit bad. I don't know what it is. I'm not asking questions.
No, don't ask me.
I am not. No. I do not question Poseidon's rule.
Yeah.
Do you want to taste? Do you want to taste that?
No.
Mark, boys, come it in.
Okay, next one.
No.
For all the fish you have caught, you get to give an offer to Poseidon.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Is that offer to Poseidon? You want to go? Yeah, right. You're gonna lose the box. Thank you, Poseidon, for letting us not over.
Yeah.
I'll drink this.
Fish. I get about that.
Can you get a line out there?
We are full of it, Joe. We're gonna jump in there.
So we did it. We crossed the equator on our Atlantic delivery, sailing from the Southern Hemisphere into the North. And as a sailor, this is a milestone I'll never forget. It's one of those moments you dream about, but never quite believe you'll actually experience. And the fact that Captain Gary and Jan made it so memorable made it even more special. Chris and I were initiated together, a tradition that's been part of seafaring for generations. I've seen the videos, some crews don't go easy. There was a black container filled with what looked like a week's worth of fishing leftovers, fish guts and all, and Jan had us fully convinced that it was about to be dumped over us. Luckily, we got off easy. I'm still not entirely sure what was in those packets Jan poured over us, and honestly, I didn't ask. But whatever it was definitely better than fish guts. Crossing the equator isn't just a line on a chart, it's a rite of passage, and for us, it's a moment that will stay with us forever. Luckily, we got to take a dip in the water afterwards, and it was so refreshing, and just to get all that slime and whatever it was off us was amazing. And diving under the boat with the blue underwater lights on was incredible. This immersive feeling, this unknown depth and darkness beneath you, it was truly amazing, and it was done on the Equator Crossing Day, a day I'll never forget.
And we are north. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, this one.
Bit of a crazy day out here. But wet. But when the fish bite, eh? Rain or shine.
We will fish through that! Oh, my kids are going playing in the rain. Oh, Brazilian squalls. What can we say? I'm still going for it, trying to entice the fish to take this pretty snap.
So we had some really good fishing action again, and this time it was a bit squally as you can see, but we had varying weather conditions. We had sun, we had rain, we had everything. The skippies just love hitting the rappies, and the squiddies, they just wouldn't stop, and on certain days they just surrounded our boats jumping, and every second morning it felt like there was just a skippy bust up. And just a fair warning, on these next few clips the audio is a bit raw. We had wind and we had waves.
Talk to us. Hey, yo, we got a nice skipjack on here on the rod. Boat speeds, well, quarter of the ground's quite hot, so it's like a bit difficult to get in. But they're jumping all around us. There's little, check, they're still jumping in the background there. There's little baby flying fish in the water, so that's obviously where all the bait is. The head. Yeah, the head. Now bring it in, Mike. Tug it. So now the boys are going to try tug the bungee. Yeah. Are you on?
No.
Check them. They're literally jumping all around us. Maybe the GoPro, hopefully pick up some on the side, yeah? I'm on. Yeah, Yanni's gone on the bungee. Oh, he's off. Oh. That's my guy, yeah? Yep. On. Oh. I had a lot of fun. Where's those flies? Not there. And the little red raffy gets the fish again. Yeah. That feels okay. Decent sized little skipjack. Let him go. Oh, I took a baby flying. There's baby flying fish around. Okay, so there's bait. There's lots of bait. We need to get another. Outside. What do you want to do? God. Woo! This is a big one. We'll put him in. We'll keep it full. On, eh? Yeah. Tuna. You clamp what's the name here? So upside down. I got this one on there. Oh, it's on this one. This one's also on. Yep. Hey! You got to double up. Are we working with it? Are we not? Have you got a Dorado? Yeah. You got it. There we go. Hi. Yep, boy. Not that way.
time. Think about me. Where you go?
So the Voyage 590 is a really good boat. I love how she handles the slightly rougher weather. She does really well. Most of the time we were sailing with just the head sail out, and it managed to handle everything that was thrown at us. This is an Atlantic crossing from Cape Town to the BVI, so most of the time we were downwind and downswell. But once we got to the Brazilian coastline, we started getting a bit more beam on swell. So it was good to see how the boat handles that. And you know, once I was in the Caribbean, I did some deliveries down to Grenada on some other catamarans, and I can confidently say that out of the catamarans I've been on, the Voyage is by far the smoothest sailing, and she's just a beautiful boat. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning into another episode of the Polaris Adventure. I can't wait to see you guys next week for the next video, and B and I are almost back in the BVR, so can't wait for that too, and we're going to have a whole bunch of fresh new content out for you guys. And don't forget to stay until the end of the video to watch the bloopers that I put in.